Welcome back to Real Sports Live. The Utah Jazz already have 4 players and 1 coach in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
That's right, and this week another Jazz great received a nomination. He's Mark Eaton, who played 11 years with the Jazz, was a 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Mark, congrats.
And a great guy.
Congrats on being nominated.
Thanks,
that must
guys.
have been
Really
pretty cool to hear the
Yeah,
news.
it's pretty cool to hear that.
How'd you find out?
I found out on Twitter.
Is that
Where all the great Hall
I
of
got a
Famers
notification
learn
on my
from,
phone. That's how we find out everything. Nobody calls you anymore.
By the way, you're nominated for the Hall of Fame.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
It's a pretty good class. You got Kobe Bryant, you got Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber. That's pretty cool to be amongst that company.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of an asterisk compared to those guys, but yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to be nominated, and whether or not you get in, I mean, to me, just being part of the process of being nominated and getting mentioned with guys like that is pretty cool.
When you were a player at Cypress Junior College, a mechanic at Mark C. Bloom Tire Store before that,
yes,
and then sitting the bench your senior year at UCLA, did you ever think that a nomination for the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame would...
No.
No?
I was just hoping for a job somewhere. No, I didn't. I just thought, you know, when I came in the NBA, I thought maybe I'd be a good backup center, bounce around for a few years, but never stay in one city for as long as I did, or have a career like I had in any one NBA city. So it turned out to be a great deal all the way around.
Now, when you look back on your career, what are some of your favorite moments that stand out?
Well, you know, I tend to get a little nostalgic about that because the early years to me were the most interesting because of
building the foundation.
Building the foundation of the team, and the fact the team was in financial distress all the time, all the crazy things that Frank Layden did, and the stuff the front office did, you know, to get people in the arena. Those to me, going through that process of being kind of the doormat of the NBA, and then kind of going to the next level, that to me was a cool part of building that foundation that had some great stories, some real ups and downs, and a lot of fond memories.
See, and I look back on 1988 playoff series against the Los Angeles Lakers when you guys just really started to come into your own. The national media was starting to, hey, these guys might be good. And you guys played just 6 guys most of that entire series. Thurl came off the bench, played 6 guys, and took the Lakers to 7 games.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Well, and you know, we didn't have the coverage back then. I can remember my rookie year, we played, I think we had 17 televised games, right? Out of 82. And so you were dependent on Hot Rod to explain to you what was really going on. But yeah, once we got to that kind of national spotlight in '88, all of a sudden, like, people were like, wow, that team from Salt Lake's pretty darn good. You know, who are those guys? And the national media started following us more and really set the foundation, I think, for the next 15, 20 years.
I maintain that had you not gotten injured, that the Jazz would have won an NBA title in the early 90s.
Thank you.
I mean, because you guys were just getting good, and
yeah, it was unfortunate, you know. My back had other ideas, but because I got kind of a late start. But yeah, I mean, it was fun to be a part of that rise, and yeah, it would have been great to play in the finals. And I look back at the '92 season when we played the Blazers in the conference finals and lost. A year we'd beaten the Bulls twice during the regular season. As that kind of one lost chance that I look back on the years that I played of like, wow, you know, if we just could have got past Clyde Drexler, what could have been? Yeah, I think about that frequently.
Now, you're widely considered the greatest Jazz center of all time, but there's a guy playing right now, when all is said and done, that might go down as the greatest big man that the Jazz have ever had. What makes Rudy Gobert so great? As a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, he's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Do you see similarities between your game and his game defensively?
Defensively, yes. And I think he continues to come into his own in terms of his ability to take on the paint and start guarding the paint and being there for his teammates. And I think what makes him unique is his rare combination of athleticism and agility and ability to run the floor. You know, what he does around the rim offensively, I think, adds a nice balance to it. But, you know, I watched the game, who'd they play just before Charlotte?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. He blocked that shot late down the stretch to kind of sealed the win. I'm like, wow, that was cool. That was fun. You chase that guy down, and I just love that stuff.
Could you guard him?
Could I guard Rudy?
Yeah.
How would you guard him?
I'd hit him a lot.
You're physical with him, huh? Would your game, because he's kind of a dying breed. I mean, the true center doesn't really exist in the NBA anymore. Would your game hold up in today's game, do you think?
You know, I don't know. It is a different game now, and I think you do have to have some other aspect offensively, maybe more than I had when I played. But you could run the floor better and get out there. But at the end of the day, when you look at the paint and what really helps teams win in the playoffs, you have to take care of the paint, and you need a big guy to do that. And unless you've got all five guys committed at getting in there and getting every rebound, things like that, you're dependent on a bigger guy to kind of take care of that for you.
You were lucky because Frank Layden and Jerry Sloan both believed in having a big guy.
Yeah. Well, and running on opportunity. I mean, when Frank looked at the team when I first came, and he said, "Well, we really aren't that good at executing, so we're going to play really aggressive defense. We're going to overplay the wing. We'll get 60% of our points off the fast break. We had a lot of great guys that could run the floor. Ricky Green and AD and Thurl and everybody else, and so it worked."
I don't know if people know this, but Mr. Mark Eaton here is an author here. This came out last year.
A great public speaker.
The 4 Commitments, and you can get it on Amazon. Quick, there's only 3 days before Christmas. I mean, shopping is still available. You can still go get
shipping
4
might
Commitments.
be expensive.
That's right, if you want to get it there. But quickly, tell us what this is about. What are the 4 Commitments?
Well, right?
Well, yeah, it has. The last 10 years, I've done a lot of motivational speaking around the country. I speak about 50 times a year, and I wrote that book because I talk to businesses about teamwork, how to get rid of internal competition, how to be there for the people around you, things that we did naturally as an NBA team that apply specifically to business. And so it's gone really well. It surpassed my wildest expectations in terms of sales and the impact of it, and it's been fun.
Don't tell Wes, but I might be getting him a book for Christmas. So, okay.
I know you didn't like it because it didn't have I. There's no I in team.
There are pictures in the middle.
There's not enough pictures. Clearly not enough. Oh, there are some pictures. Oh, that's awesome. Mark, really appreciate you coming back.
Happy
Congrats
holidays,
on the nomination, too.
Thank you
That
very
is really
much.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, we have to take a quick break here on Real Sports Live. But coming up, we're going to tell you which high school football players are staying home to play their college ball. It's signing day, and it's coming up next.